What's going on tonight, guys? Welcome to another edition of Joel Davis Media Network. If it's your first time tuning in to the broadcast, do me a favor. Go ahead on and hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell up top. Got a lot going on tonight. I'm going to wait till everybody gets in. We're going to do the 5-minute timer. Let y'all relax with the music. Sorry, I have not been here today. It was crazy, you feel me? But that's all right. I'm here now. So this is what we got going on today. Tonight, what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about Drew Barrymore getting canceled, all because of talking about how she felt about things. We also going to discuss Elon Musk once again letting everybody know that he's going to point out your faults if you come towards him with the BS. We also going to touch base on Psaki's last moments as being a spokesperson for the White House before taking off the MSNBC. We'll also talk about Joe Manchin endorsing a conservative candidate in West Virginia that basically is a rhino. We're going to talk about the correspondence dinner. What's been going on with that? How Biden is laughing at our pain. And we're going to talk about some of the stuff that is going on with this transgender situation, canceling the parents, and we're going to hit about DeSantis. I mean, y'all, you got to understand something. This is a whole nother level. It's a whole nother level of what we're facing right now. While everybody's coming into the room for the first time, since y'all ain't seen me all day, do me a favor too, guys. You can also listen to this beautiful, well-presented podcast on your local Apple store, also on your local Spotify, iHeartRadio, or wherever you listen to your podcast needs at. All you got to do is look for Joel Davis Media Network. Okay? That's right. Joel Davis Media Network. All you have to do is go there, listen to all of the most recent podcasts that I have collected, all the episodes. If you can't look at it at work, if you don't have the YouTube Premium, you can definitely listen to it on the podcast for free. Also, I will have special podcast membership type of podcast that I got in the vault that will be for subscription purposes only, that will be explicit, and we'll get down to the nitty gritty. You feel me? But either way it goes, guys, I know a lot of people ask me, do I have a Discord? No, I do not. If I ever get one, I need someone to run it. I don't have time because right now I'm still trying to build up my brand. We got 8 people in the chat. Guys, hit the like button as you get in this chat, man, because this is going to be a powerful podcast tonight. Yeah, this is different. This is how we're going to start doing all our intros. And while we're here, let's look at some of the new people that are part of the family now that have become and joined. Shout out to Eric Guinard. Thank you, Eric. I hope I didn't mess up your name. Thank you for being a part of the family. Jet Ison, thank you for once again for being a part of the family. I know you're not new, but you've been here for a while. Cat F, thank you. Claude Legree, I love you, man. You always come through. You always show love. And the ones that isn't here tonight, Roger W, JH, thank you very much. You guys be on the chats. Y'all be working it out. Y'all be making it do what it do. But that's how we're gonna start doing these intros. We're gonna start breaking down what we're talking about, what we're doing, and how we do it. And if you are hearing this for the first time, do me a favor. Get your favorite drink, whether it's a soft drink or whether it's a nice alcoholic beverage. Make sure you're 21 and over and drink responsibly if that is. Pull up your favorite type of smoking device, whether it's cigarettes or a cigar or the green. And welcome to Joel Davis Media Network, baby. That's all I got for you guys. Let's get it. Good evening, everybody. You are here with the man, the myth, the legend. You can't not duplicate him or intimidate him. Joel Davis is your host, aka Joel Davis Media Network. How y'all guys doing? I miss everybody today. Woo! I missed everybody today. I usually be uploading for you guys, but today was tough. I had to do a lot of VA paperwork, trying to make sure that I get my medical stuff straightened out so that way I can get the proper assistance that I need due to me being in the military and serving my country and going through what I'm going through in a time of war and conflict. Also, too, been trying to work on getting me a second vehicle. Cross your fingers, hope and pray that I get that taken care of as well. So, with that being said, I apologize. I may be even busy a little bit tomorrow, but I'm gonna make up for it tonight because we're gonna dive in and talk about these topics. All right. So I want to give a shout out to again Miss Tina for the $50 cash app as well. Anybody that has any cash apps or want to donate to the cash app, this is the one to donate to. It's coming across the screen as we speak. I'm a full-time YouTuber, so support your boy. Definitely support your boy. Let's see what else that we got going on in the mix. Thank you once again to all the new subs and comment sections. Y'all guys have been doing great. I appreciate y'all for the comment sections. Y'all been doing an awesome job. That's what we need. That's what we got to do to keep those numbers up. Remember now, I have super thank you access. So if you are not able to be a part of the live, but you want to donate like a super chat or a super thanks, all you got to do is hit the super thanks on your favorite video and donate that way. I encourage you to do as well. And if you don't have that type of money, but you usually have money around the first of the month, join the membership team. Now, on my people on podcasts, there is a subscription link down below on Anchor. If you want to be a part of my subscription team, go ahead on and do just that. Every donation helps. It keeps the show running. Now, also too, please join my other backup official Patriot News Live. And shout out to MK Joe, always here in the last minute. And you can join my new channel where we talk about entertainment and hip hop. Okay, we're talking about Hollywood and hip hop. They all go hand in hand. And that is American hip hop and entertainment on YouTube. American hip hop and entertainment on YouTube. And we also got a podcast for that. All right. Thank you very much, Aquila. I will give you that right now. Give me 1 second. Let me post the links up here because people want to donate through PayPal, and I finna give y'all the PayPal links right now. Give me one moment. Give me one moment. I want to make sure I make it a very smooth thing for everybody. Jet Ison, thank you for the super chat, brother. Appreciate you. Appreciate you a lot. Let me go ahead on here and set this up so y'all can know where to donate at. All right, we got that message pinned, ready to go. Everybody can go there and do that. Again, thank you for Mr. Ison for the dollar super chat. All right, we in there like swimwear. Okay. So let's see if this link working. This link should work. If you click on this link, yep, you can support me. You got Cash App. You can go tip stream. Yeah, anything you want to do. And it's all through PayPal. So however y'all want to do it. So we got it. We in there like swimwear. I'm glad you can support me too, Jet, man. God bless you, brother. God bless you. Hey, man, it ain't all about the monetary thing. It's about the gesture, and I appreciate y'all. I'm gonna watch out for that Aquila on my PayPal account, so that way I can give you a shout out, brother, as well. I got both the PayPal and Cash App wide open, so anybody want to donate tonight, it is wide open. So you got multiple options to donate, multiple options to donate. So don't be afraid. All right. So enough is of that. Let's jump into today's festivities. Let's talk about what's going on with Drew Barrymore. Oh my God. Drew Barrymore, Drew Barrymore, Drew Barrymore. All right, let me see if I can find it. Let me go to my Twitter page. We're gonna have to do. Give me 1 second before I get into the story. I gotta pull it up because this is crazy. Love you, Dad. We'll be back. Me and Sarah going to get some food. Okay, me too. Give me 1 second, y'all. Let me pull up and. What you doing, Sarah? Give me 1 second. I can find it. I'm trying to look for it now. I'm not gonna be able to. Hold on. I hope he got it in here. Okay, that's the guy. All right, I got it. All right, so we're gonna share this with you guys, and then I'm gonna give y'all my 2 cents of what I feel. I just had to pull that up. Shout out to
Charge complete.
shout out to my boy Anthony Brian Logan on this right here. So we're gonna go into the Drew Barrymore situation. So today, Drew Barrymore found out that we live in a world where you cannot joke anymore. That's right, people. You can't joke anymore. You got to remember, people are sensitive now. You have to handle people with kid gloves. It's not the days of Richard Pryor. It's not the days of Bernie Mac. None of that. Nah, you have to treat everyone with kid gloves. And if you joke, you have to joke about conservatives and everything. Y'all give me one moment here, okay? I'm back. Anyway, as I was saying before, you can't joke. You can't do any of that no more. Because when you do that, it's a problem. If it's not towards a conservative, but if it's anything towards Hollywood or anything that goes against these crazy, liberal minded people, oh man, you're gonna feel the wrath first off. So I'm finna show you guys exactly what happened and how Drew Barrymore got everybody just losing their blame mind. So let's jump into this.
I can't handle the Johnny Depp Amber Heard. I am on the feeder. It's like one layer of crazy. It's a 7-layer dip of insanity.
It's truly amazing just to sit back and read the transcripts of what they've done to each other.
Every night I get in bed and I'm like,
Dude was like, this needs to be on TV. He lost a fingertip. He drew his name in blood on the wall.
how about the burnt body and why a Honda Civic?
Yeah.
What is a Honda Civic? The next day at Honda, they all came into the office and they were like, why did he pick us? Like, why? Who?
It's fascinating.
It's so fascinating. I know that these are two people's real lives, and I know what it's like to have your life put out in public.
Mhm.
I understand all the feelings, but they are actually offering up this.
All right, so y'all saw that, y'all heard that, right? So she was joking around. Now, when I was looking at the audience, I'm gonna remove this for a minute. When I was looking at the audience, right? The audience looked very cringe. I mean, they got the mask on. Mask mandates done removed damn near everywhere. Why do we still have the mask on? That is creepy, dude. And yeah, exactly. And not to mention, people have been some of the masks do, and then you got some people that got the vaccine and say they got the vaccine. So if you got the vaccine, why you got the mask? This is crazy. And then it gets even more worse. Okay, she was having a conversation with Anthony Anderson, like two old friends sitting on the couch, catching up on old times. That's what normal people do, right? We catch up on old times, we crack jokes about the latest things that's going on because that's what the world is about. Okay, laughter is supposed to be a form of positive energy. It's supposed to, what I'm saying, rejuvenate the soul. Well, you know what happened, right? The woke culture lost their mind, ripped Drew Barrymore a new one so bad that she produced this later. Let's go to that one. Give me one moment.
Hi, it has come to my attention that I have offended people with making light of Johnny Depp and Amber Heard. And for that, I just want to deeply apologize and appreciate everyone who spoke out, because this can be a teachable moment for me.
Now look at this lady's face. Do it look like she really want to apologize? She looking like, I cannot believe I got to come on here because my publicist and everybody telling me in Hollywood to keep getting roles, to keep getting a check. I got to come and apologize. That's what Drew Barrymore looks like right now. I got to come here and apologize for cracking a joke. And the joke wasn't even bad at all. I mean, she just described about what's going on. We heard it. We've been hearing about it. I ain't been keeping up with it, but yeah, the fingertips getting slice, boo-boo in the middle of the bed, freaking of threats of I want to annihilate you, or you got Amber Heard out here definitely losing her mind. She fired her whole PR team. I mean, you got Johnny Depp. When I see him up there, he keeps counter everything that her lawyers keep asking, and then you got both of them have basically came at each other. So yes, this is cringe. This is where we at, guys. Think about this. We're in 2022, and we living in a generation where you cannot have any dark humor. Think about the lady that talked about jokingly saying she groomed her son's best friend by saying, when you get 25, you can come through and I'll give you some of this birthday cake. Who's a comedian and a business owner. Next thing you know, she's getting shamed, and she's woke. I tried to get her on the show, but she didn't want to reply. I guess because she saw my Trump hat and it rejuvenated her wokeness. But it's cool. Yeah, you're right. You're right, Chip. They are. She is a liberal. But that just goes to show you how toxic cancer culture has become. Their own people can't even live and have and make a joke. They have to be very reformed, very reframed. Now, I'm surprised they didn't come at the Anthony Anderson, but then again, they probably will, because that's just how they work. They go with the weakest link. Let's go with Drew Barrymore. She's the white lady who's supposed to be liberal. She knows better. She is supposed to be on Johnny Depp's side. Let's continue with this BS apology that Miss Drew Barrymore has to discuss with everybody this lovely evening.
Me and how I move forward and how I conduct myself. I can be a more thoughtful and better person moving forward, because all I want to do is be a good person.
Mic on.
She's still in disbelief. She like literally trying to think of the words, and I know what's going through her mind. I can't believe I'm Drew Barrymore, the child actress who crossed over to becoming a superstar actress who's made pretty much good amount of money at box office, still nice looking, still take care of herself very well, got grown kids and stuff, and now she's got to come out here and basically eat crow for nothing. Do you know how mad I would be? Listen, that's why you hear a lot of these stars. I heard a lot of these stars are leaving Hollywood and going to regular lives because they don't have time for that. They want to be able to joke and live in peace. Nobody has time to be trying to apologize for something of being normal. But you're right, though. she's a liberal, and now that lets her know that this is what happens when you advocate for this nonsense. Now you get to feel what it's like when it comes back on you. I mean, this is just disgusting. Yeah, she got grown kids, man. Yeah, she got grown kids. Claude, I think one of her kids is 21 or 22. And she got grown children. Yeah, Drew ain't no spring chicken. Shoot, Drew about Drew Barrymore. Let me look that up right quick. I know Drew older than me. I know that. I know she might be older than my wife. Cause me and my wife got me by a couple of years. Yeah, I knew Drew was older than me. Yeah, Drew Drew about to be 50. She's 70, she's 47 now. Shit, Drew a grown woman, super grown woman. Shoot, I think her oldest child is like, she got 9. I think she's got one that's trying to find the one she had from her first marriage with Jeremy Thomas. Let me see. Okay, I was wrong. She don't have grown children. She still got small children. My bad. Because she had children late. My bad, guys. I was wrong. She had children late. But still, she's still old enough to have grown children. She's up there. No, it ain't. It ain't old. But still, that just goes to show you where we at, bro. Like, you just cannot go out here and voice your opinion anymore. Yeah, 50 is the new 40 on Diamond. I'm with you on that. Let's continue with this craziness.
And I very much appreciate the depth of this, and I will grow and change from it. And I thank everyone for helping me grow along the way and teaching me. Thank
Mic on.
Drew Barrymore got that look like she really want to tell them to go straight to hell. Oh man, that's what she want to tell them, y'all. I know that's what she want to tell them. I mean, that's what they want to tell her. This is what she had to do. I mean, but unfortunately, that's just what it is, right? Because Johnny Depp is a male and he's being abused. Oh, I will, Anthony. Oh, Demon Time coming. I got you on Demon Time. I always do that. Yeah, I was gonna do something today, but we're gonna do some more Demon Time again tomorrow, baby. I got some. I got a lot of that. Well, Alvin, the problem is that when you surround yourself, and let me go take myself off of this one right quick. See, when you surround yourself with that crazy woke type of movement, that's what they do. You will never do enough to make them happy. Never. And they're always waiting for you to slip up. Now, they said the reason why they went after her because male abuse in relationships is nothing to joke about. Okay, I was with my first wife. She was very abusive. Okay. And yeah. Anthony said, bring on Demon and Blackistan. Keep up the good work. Anthony, I got you. Come on here tomorrow. You will get all the Blackistan and Demon Time you want because I got some more. I got them all, baby. You know what I do. I got them all. White Glacier Valley as well. Yeah. But getting back to what I was saying is that, and I'm still talking to y'all. Give me 1 second. I'm just taking my microwave from beeping so much. I'm just want people to understand is that when you're dealing with this type of people. It is nothing you can say or do to satisfy them. You can't satisfy them. And it's sad. It really is. It really is, man. Because you would think that a set of people with trying to bring, they swear out that they do this to bring people together, they actually divide people. It makes people feel uncomfortable. It makes a lot of people just don't want to talk at all. But yeah, man, Drew Barrymore learned today, no matter what you do in the land of woke, you will never be their friend. She learned the hard way. Oh, she learned. Oh, they learned it, bro. She thought it was a game. She thought it was a game. She thought that they would never do that. Nuh-uh. They'll never cancel me. I'm Drew Barrymore. I'm a child star. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. Give me 1 second, guys. All right, so let's talk about first things first. Saki. Oh man. Oh man. White House eyes income cap on student loan forgiveness. Has not studied how it may impact inflation. Now, I'm going to read this. I'm going to put this on the screen. I'm going to read about the inflation. And then I'm going, after I finish reading this article, I'm going to give y'all my synopsis on this subject here. Okay. Biden has floated the possibility of eliminating $10,000 in debt per student borrow through executive action.
Wells is shutting down the office for Mike's retirement.
All right. So President Biden is considering whether to use income to determine eligibility as part of any student loan forgiveness program, the White House said Monday. The president last week floated the possibility of eliminating $10,000 in debt per student borrow, through executive action. Oh Lord, let's get that pen ready. During Monday's White House press briefing, press secretary Jen Psaki was asked whether an income cap for any potential student relief program was under consideration. There is, Psaki said. It is unclear at the point what the maximum income would be for student loan forgiveness. Should an income cap be included in any possible plans? Officials have reported floating the possibility of limiting the relief to people who earn less than $125,000 or $150,000 as individual filers the previous year. That would amount to a threshold roughly $250,000 to $300,000 for couples who filed their taxes jointly. Psaki noted that income caps would be to ensure the student loan relief is targeted at people who need help the most. Psaki was also pressed on whether the White House has analyzed how potential student loan forgiveness could impact inflation. I know there's been outside analysis of that, but I don't have any internal analysis at the point to preview for you. She said last week the president said he is considering dealing with some debt reduction. I am not considering $50,000 debt reduction, but I'm in the process of taking a hard look at whether or not there'll be an additional debt forgiveness, Biden said. Biden supported erasing $10,000 in student debt for most borrowers during his presidential campaign, but has raised questions about his legal authority to do so via executive order. Last year, the president requested a memo from Education Department to determine whether he had the power to unilaterally cancel student loan debt. Meanwhile, the president extended the freeze on student loan payments through August 31st, citing the continued economic hardships brought on by COVID-19 pandemic. Former President Donald Trump first issued a freeze on repayments in 2020. Shout out to our former chief President Donald J. Trump. Now, listen, man. I'm about to be real with y'all with this loan forgiveness program, guys. And I'm going to say this in a way I don't want to offend nobody. It's amazing how you could be a student 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. And you can take out loans for school equivalent to 30, 40, 50, in some cases up to 75K plus for these Ivy schools to get an education. But when you at the age of 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, it's like pulling teeth for you with no kind of credit history to get that same amount of money to buy a car, a house, or anything of a major purchase. I want y'all to think about that. The amounts of money that people borrow every year to go to college, it's harder for them to get that type of money for transportation, a home, or anything else. Now, I want y'all to think about that now. So you tell me who's benefiting here? The government. Now let's look at something else. I want y'all to think about here. And I'm being 3,000 about it. They've been talking about this for 2 years now. 2 years. And every time Biden gets offered that question, he talks about it around and about. Now, we know, shout out to rapper 10,000, that the Wokians want him to forgive that debt. They want him to. They're ready. They're willing. They're able. They're excited. They're pushing for it. But you and I all know, all of us in this chat right here knows that that's not going to happen. Biden does not want to forgive that student loan debt. Oh, yeah, I do. He's been on my show. He's been on my show, MK Joe. Look at my archives or join the channel. You'll see he done been on here about 2 or 3 times. And I can't get him on here now. Every time I try to reach out to him, he busy. So, Black Conservative Perspective, you listen to this, man. Why you busy, bro? Come on, man. You showed me love in the beginning. Now you done toss me away like I'm not your homie no more, man. It's all good. I know you busy, man. You'll catch up with me when you can. But getting right back to what I was saying. This is the type of situation that I'm discussing with y'all that y'all need to think about here. This man don't want to forget student loan. And let's say he does do that. Let's say he goes in a happy medium and goes and forgives student loan. Let's say $20,000 reduction or $20,000 or less. You done. You good. You got to pay that back. Do you know how much of deficit that he would add to that, to the national deficit that we got right now, aka the debt? It would be insane. We already insane right now with some of the stuff we doing. Oh yeah, I check him out too, man. He's a real OG. I love to have him on my show. That dude, man, he makes it do what it do. So I'm trying to make people understand here. It's not going to happen. And if it does, it's going to be very, very small. And these Wokians fell for the okie doke again. They do this every time they get ready to go and vote. They listen to these crazy liberals. They promise these fools, Wokians, everything but a brand new expensive island. Okay? with all the paradise and palm trees and coconuts and bananas and fruits on top. And then when they go and chase that, all of a sudden they start to see that it ain't what they was promised. They only get a fraction. What has the Democrat Party have given, especially Black Americans, since we're talking about this student loan debt, because a lot of this is going to be geared towards the minority community, the Blacks, the Latinos, the Asians, all that stuff. How many of those promises they kept? Okay, Black people got Juneteenth. That's all they got. And then they turned around and they got what? The lynching bill. When the last time somebody been lynched? They have not done anything productive for them to give them any kind of debt relief. Nothing. Let me go to the chats here. A man said, will college debt be canceled in the future or just one-time bonanza? It'll probably be a one-time. They want it forever, but you and I both know that it ain't even going to get canceled, bro. You playing with government money. Rapper said $57 million of dirty dealing that Biden's and Obama's made with China. Where are you, media? Exactly, rapper. They don't never be around. A man said, Joel, try Black conservative patriot on the show. I will. I definitely will. A man, rapper 10,000 said that's why entertainment news and Twitter need to be canceled out when we have better things in scandal. My man Jet, I said, listen, the student loan forgiveness only meant to gain votes. That's it. It's BS. It is. My man said, Joel, David Minette Trevor is tap dancing minstrel for the Democrat elites. He is not funny, and we conservatives should not be cheering him on. No, I would never cheer Noah on. Noah, listen, Trevor Noah is the biggest fraud there is. He'll do whatever it takes to keep his career going. This is just another handout to keep Sun women from leaving. Yep, exactly, Claude. Because you know they're the biggest one to go to school. Check the Democrat record on the last lynching record. Yeah, I know they is. They're part of the KKK. We talk about this all the time. Jet Ison. Exactly. Not that our vote would mean anything anymore. Everything y'all saying is exactly correct. Exactly correct. We talk about this on this channel. We don't hold anything back. I'm just telling y'all now, if they do loan forgiveness, it's going to be very minute. And when they do, once again, you're going to have these same crazy behind people that voted them in turn back around and fall for it again. But I don't know, though. There are a lot of people waking up because people are tired of being broke and they're tired of hearing the same old, same old. They want results. People want results. We're in a recession. Ain't no we headed in a recession. Ain't no, oh my God, one more quarter of the GDP being low. And we're there, guys. We're there. We've been in a recession ever since that fool got a pen in his hand and started the executive orders on this country. So I don't want to hear it. We've been in a recession. Can't make this up, man. Let's move on to the next story, man. I done preached my stuff about this guy here. Let's go on to the next story. I know how we do out here. I'm on a roll. I am on a roll. Let's see here. I would talk about Elon Musk, but I want to look at some more stuff here. I want to get in a little bit more in depth about some things. We're going to talk about what's going on with our kids. I think this is the night we really need to focus on this, guys. Now, guys, I want to let y'all know something. I'm going to read some stories to you about our kids tonight. 2 stories that's very important. Okay? Shout out to my boy 1971 Hayes. Been rocking with me since I first started this channel when it was right at 800 followers. I love you, 1971 Hayes. You my dog, man. I got you, man. Same thing with rapper 10,000. Rocking with me when I had 500 subs. Appreciate you, bro. So when y'all see me do this, this
We're
is
a
just
different kind of
shout
dentistry.
outs to everybody
One who
that's been
believes
helping me.
in doing anything it takes to
All
make
right, let me
dentistry
stop
work
this
for your
mess.
life. So we offer a complete.
Ugh. Yeah, I don't want to hear that. Okay, so let's get back to what we're talking about with these kids. Now, we got a DC elementary school that went out here and he started giving these kids in DC 4-year-olds now anti-racism Facebook, asking them to identify racist family members. Now, God, let me tell y'all something. Before I get in this story, I want y'all put a 1 in the chat. Put a 1 in the chat if when you was 4 years old and you used to play with kids, you used to worry about what color of kid that you was playing with. Like you woke up and you really was in school and you saw a black kid and you was like, and you're a white kid and you was like, oh my God, I can't play with him. He's black. Or you a black kid and you saw this white kid trying to be your friend and you was like, oh my God, I can't be his friend. He's white. I didn't remember that. When I was in school, everybody played with everybody. Everybody wanted to go to recess and play, get on the swings, hang out, have a good time. Girls, boys, little girls and little boys, everybody enjoying each other's company, having fun. Now, these kids are being exposed to things they don't need to be exposed to. What a 4-year-old needs to know about anti-racism? Really? He's 4 years old. She's 4 years old. You should be teaching them their ABCs. 1, 2, 3. Look at me. Jesus, man. Let's jump into this topic right quick and let me read it out. It's not your fault for having white privilege, but it's your fault if you choose to ignore it. A presentation told kids in pre-K through 3rd grade. A public elementary school in Washington, D.C. gave children as young as 4 a lesson on anti-racism that asked them to identify racist members of their family. According to a November 30th letter from Jane A. Elementary school principal Danielle Sign, students in pre-K through 3rd grade participate in an anti-racism fight club. Presentation by speaker Dorian Richards. As part of this work, each student has a Facebook to help continue the dialogue at school and home. Signed letter stated. Linking to Richards' presentation, we recognize that anytime we engage topics such as race and equity, we may experience a variety of emotions. This is a normal part of the learning and growing process. As a school community, we want to continue the dialogue with our students and understand this is just the beginning. Richards' anti-racism fight club Facebook for kids explained that white people are part of society that benefits them in almost every instance, and that it's as if white people walk around with an invisible force field because they hold all the power in America. That is BS. Stop telling these glacier glider children that they hold all the power, and stop telling these Sun kids that they don't have a chance to get any power. You know why the Sun community don't succeed? I tell you why they don't succeed. Because it's not a nuclear family. When you out here promoting not to have a father in the home, when you out here promoting mothers to have masculine energy, when you out here promoting for mothers to survive off the system, when you out here promoting for them to get into college just to trick off the money and continue to survive off the system, this is what you get in return. This mess right here. So quit telling these little kids a lie. You know why the glacier glider children you say got all the power and successful? because they came in a good home and they got a family structure. They're disciplined. We as son men and women, we ain't disciplined. We ain't disciplined. Let me give you an example. These same liberals that we white liberals that you hear trying to divide the nation like this, go in their home. Their children disciplined. They got their children on a schedule to get all the grades that they want, and you won't hear their children doing all this crazy stuff that you seeing them trying to promote, race, doing riots, vandalism, and things of that nature. No, they go on to be scholars, doctors, lawyers, whatever. While you son women and son men that listen to this damn mess and teach it to your son kids, they raise up to be just as messed up as the next generation of son people, because you want to listen to the white zaddy liberal that went out here and messed your brain up. Y'all better wake up, man. These liberals don't care about you. They about themselves. Let's get to this part before I go to the next. I'm gonna go to the comments right quick. Rapper, my man, Claude said, Chip Diamond said, aren't that many Glacier kids in DC public schools? True, it's a chocolate city, a sun city. Claude Legree said, it's hard to believe that this kind of ish is actually happening in America. I know. My man says all part of the vision. Rapper 10,000 said, and these single mothers shame their kids for getting the education and not playing the race game. They do, Rapper. They do. Rapper, you not. God, man, if I had a clapping thing, Rapper 10,000, you're not lying. I have heard a lot of son women in Blackistan, when I was in Blackistan, trip about their children being little eggheads, being small. Oh, he's a little egghead. He a little nerd, girl. That's all he do. Read, girl. Yeah, girl. I be wanting him to do something sometime. You know what I'm saying? They always talking about him being a little nerd, and then they go on so bad that when the other kids hear the boy mama say it, they like, well, shoot, or the girl mama say it. Well, hell, they call it that. I'm calling that too. My man said, I promise you the DC school superintendent is liberal son woman. Yeah. My man said, I'm taking off. Keep it real, man. Chat. Yeah, bro. Yeah, definitely, bro. I understand, man. It was a late stream tonight, but it ain't gonna take too much long. You know what I'm saying? I just got to break this down because this got to be discussed here. Now, if you are a white person, white privilege is something you were born with and simply means that your life is not more difficult due to the color of your skin. The fifth book for kids explained, put differently, is not your fault for having white privilege, but it's your fault if you choose to ignore it. Okay, there is no such thing. I want you to listen to me. There is no such thing as white privilege. Let's talk about why I said that. Because I know somebody said, Joel, why you say there's no such thing as white privilege? Because let me tell you something. You've seen and I've seen. Let me go cut my ear up a little bit. If you are a white person right now in America, if you are a white person in America right now, if you do something very crazy or something that nobody agrees with, or a son man comes up or son woman says that you said something out of character and it was racist, you are out the door. There is no investigation, nothing. You are out the door. I'm not finished. If you are a glacier glider and you live in a community where you have some people, some burrito people, some Asian persuasion people, you know what I'm saying, some curry people come in, guess what? If you turn around and one of them say that they felt disrespected by you, glacier glider neighbor that's been there for 10 or 15 years, they gonna move you out that neighborhood. It is what it is. You will get extracized. Whole town to get involved. So yes, there's a thing called black privilege. Oh, I ain't finished about black privilege. You black in America right now and you play the victim card, you are entitled. You will get less jail time. You will get hooked up to where you get everything that you could ever imagine and then some. You don't believe me? Look at these cases recently with these cops doing no-knock warrants. Trap queens and trap kings. They get shot up. The family goes and cry and make a whole big spill about it. They go to court. Family get paid 15 million, 25 million, 28 million, 30 million dollars. Cop, his whole life is messed up. He can't get a job. He's decertified. So I want to know where this white privilege at. Because all I'm seeing right now is black privilege. I'm going to stand up for my Caucasian people, aka my glacier gliders. Because we all in this together. And I'm not going to sit here and play like they don't have it hard. Guess what? Glacier gliders now is the new black. If you want to see how blacks were treated back in the 60s and the 70s, that is what's going on almost with the whites right now with the glacier gliders in America. Because if they do anything messed up, they are targeted. And you know I ain't lying. Let's get back into this. Cut that down, man. I'm doing a stream. All right, I'm back, guys. I had to get that. My son had his music all loud. Anyway, get back to what I was saying. I'm gonna go to these comments. Affirmative action has more black ignorance from single mothers in the schools, and they have to lower standards for them, and they cry racism. You're right, they do. My man Cat Slave says, "I'm white. There's no cat. There's no privilege." You're right. Rabbit 2000 says, Thomas Sowell said it best. Black students have the standards lowered for them and cry racism when they fail. So these diversity hires are holding the whole class back. You're right. Defund single mothers. I'm with you on some of that, man. With some of these son moms need to be defunded. My man said only white privilege is on the left. Conservative people are all equal. Yeah, we all equal. Black single mothers are only voting block for the Democratic. Yeah, because they are the plantation people, keeping people there. That's why they hate men. Yeah, they hate men. And all these kids from single mothers are murderers. Yeah. You man, you speaking facts. Thanks, Josh. United we spend. Yeah, we going to. That's right. We are all in this together. You're right. We all in this together. Listen, guys, we all in this together. I'm gonna remove this for a minute and tell y'all. We are all in this together. As conservatives, we are in this together. We are the new black. Yeah, I said it. Because as a black man being a conservative, I'm definitely considered to be X'd out. You being a white conservative, you're considered to be X'd out. And look at what's going on, what we're seeing right now. We see more people getting doxxed for no reason. You got children being taught. You got white kids in America supposed to feel ashamed of being white. Are you serious? You got black kids in America feeling programmed that they can't be anything in life because they are black. What is going on here? Yeah, we got to stick together, Lisa. We got to. It just makes sense. It just makes sense. We got to stick together. I mean, we got to. If we don't stick together now, we'll never ever succeed. And I mean, that's just being 3,000 about it, man. All right, let me keep on going, man. Y'all know how I am. I'm heated tonight, man. I gotta. Whoo, man, I tell you, I didn't know I would bring the fire like this. Let's continue. Hold in.
Mic on. Mic on.
So, the fifth book for kids says anti-racism isn't a spectator sport, but requires being loud, uncomfortable, confrontational, and visible to ensure change is made. A series of questions in the book asks children, where do you see racism in yourself? This requires true soul searching. Be real with yourself. Don't feel guilt or shame and own it. It's the first step in becoming an anti-racist. Under a section titled How to Deal with Racism from Loved Ones, the book teaches children that just because someone is older than you doesn't mean they're right all of the time. Y'all heard that, right? This is how kids get the wrong information. Now you teaching these kids not to listen to their elders. Listen, I was taught even when my elders was wrong back in the day. If they told you they didn't like something, you had to respect that. You don't get your 2 cents in. You a child. You especially a 4-year-old. Imagine a 4-year-old telling you what they not gonna do. Man, all right, let's continue with this madness. If someone doesn't believe that people should be treated equally based on color of their skin, they are the problem. Parents need to stop making excuses for that behavior. If they truly believe in anti-racism, the book says, who in your family has racist beliefs? Do you think you can change their ways? What is your strategy for dealing with them? It's easy. If someone in my family racist, I don't deal with them. There you go. And you ain't got to tell your children why you don't deal with them at 4 years old. Let's say, for instance, grandma is a racist and don't like the fact that you married outside your race. Okay, you don't tell them that right now. You tell them that when they get old enough to be mature to process that. Why would you tell a child that at that age? I'm telling you, man, these people here, thank God they ain't raising my kids. After the presentation, the school sent parents a resource link directing them to Richard's original Anti-Racism Fight Club fifth book for adults, which declares that racism is as American as apple pie and baseball. As we see here today, it is still woven into the fabric of our homes, communities, schools, government, economic system, healthcare, and so much more. As a matter of fact, it must be difficult to find one facet of our society where racism does not exist. The book states white supremacy isn't the shark, it's the ocean. All right, let's pause for a minute, guys. Let's pause. How the hell is it the ocean? Let's think about this for a minute, guys. Let's think about this for a minute. Racism is everywhere. Not only in the US, it's all around the world. Look at what's going on with Ukraine and Russia. Ain't that racism? Two people can't stand each other, trying to kill each other. One's Ukrainian, one's Russian. Two different nationalities. That's racism. Africa do not like black African Americans. That's racism. I ain't finished. I'm going in. Since everybody forgot what this racism is. Chinese people in China that comes to Africa, they mistreat a lot of black poor Africans because they're black Africans. That's racism. So what are you talking about? Everywhere you go, you're going to run into it. We're just fortunate enough as a country, it ain't like it used to be. See, this is what kills me about this conservative, about this, not conservative, this liberal movement. These liberals love to say that racism is so bad that it's a health crisis, right? When the last time you heard someone got lynched? Because I remember back in the day when I did my research trying to find my family, there used to be lynchings damn near every couple of days in the deep south for whatever reason. Okay. I remember I heard back in the day that we had different fountains for different color of people. Black people had a fountain, white folks had a fountain. I remember and heard back then in the deep South that black folks had to drive white people everywhere as a butler. And they had to make sure they look spiffy clean. See, this is the stuff nobody talks about. We ain't got nothing like that going on right now. Do you hear a butler being held against his will, telling him he can't go home this evening because he got to drive here, there, everywhere? In Me Too, 1971 Hayes, I've been the same way. Been around the country, bro. I've been to 13 different countries, and ain't nothing better than the US of A. Everyone I've seen had turmoil. Man, these people crazy, bro. You hit that like button, man. You know what I'm telling is the truth. Oh, it gets better. The original Fist book also claims that if the police don't murder citizens without penalty and the riots or looting don't happen, and that your feelings about Colin Kaepernick serve as a great barometer of how you would feel about Dr. King during the civil rights movement. Let's pause. During the civil rights movement, now I don't know how true it is. Some people said that they orchestrated a lot of those riots and situations that Martin Luther King did to get change. Now, if he did, it worked. Okay, he got change. He got everybody on the same page, got everybody loving each other, kumbaya, and got everybody trying to get civil rights settled. All right, fast forward to now. Fast forward to now. I have every right to feel the way I feel about looting. Okay, if I have a business and you say that you're supposed to be making sure that Black Lives Matter, you went up here, you're supposed to support me because of the color of my skin. I'm a part of your heritage. I'm the same tribe, whatever you want to call it. Why would you go tear up my business? Why would you go and burn it down to the ground? Why would you steal stuff out of my business? That's my business. You should give me my civil right and let me stand by my business. Protect it and help me protect it. Because it's a what? It's a beneficial factor to the community. Because my business, if it's intact, and after everything goes over with all the protesting and outrage, I can provide you a service to have a job. I bring jobs to that community. Me and other business owners, especially a black business owner in Blackistan. But what happens? They don't do that. They loot, they steal. But then they get in their feelings when these same business owners move out of Blackistan and goes into another environment where it's nice, cozy. The police are always patrolling. The streets are clean. The people can own, can buy those things without stealing it. Yeah, I said it. That's why we as a black community, of the community, cannot keep nice stuff and nice businesses. We can't keep it because every time you turn around, we want to steal and loot from it when we don't get our way, or because we let our emotions get the best of us. Well, I ain't finished. Oh, I ain't finished. If you hate Kaepernick, now you hate Dr. King if he was alive today. It argues. And do you know what's funny? In 50 years from now, white people will probably talk glowingly of Kaepernick as they are with Dr. King now. Stop using his quotes to benefit your racism. Pause. No, he is not king. Stop that stupidity. Kaepernick did nothing but went on one knee and used the plot, the whole scenario of I'm victimhood to get him a check. Think about this. Kaepernick wasn't talking about this type of mess until he got with his was super woke girlfriend. And she probably told him, you doing bad right now in the league. Take it, don't stand for the Pledge of Allegiance and get this check. I mean, it's crazy. Y'all, give me one moment, guys. I'm back. I mean, y'all, this is crazy. This is crazy. He has not done anything. Only thing Kaepernick done was after he brought all that awareness he's supposed to about police brutality, which really, in all actuality, all the cases he talked about, only one was real. And I ain't heard him say anything about Ahmaud Arbery yet. I've seen him talk about the people that was criminals. Well, guess what happened? Guess what Kaepernick did? Got that check and went off into the sunset. He even turned around and even claimed that being in the NFL was being a slave, but it must have been the most highly decorative slave you could ever possibly be in, because now he's talking about he wants to join the team. He wants to be back. No, I cannot celebrate or even congratulate this type of foolery. Devin said BLM sign is the new lamb's blood in the doorpost. Yeah, it is. Man, these people crazy. Nobody's not, listen, 50 years from now, hopefully by this time, someone will have enough balls and guts to say Kaepernick was a blame fool. He went up here and played everyone to get a check from Nike and get a check from the NFL, a settlement. And why would you want to play for somebody that you got a settlement from? If I got a settlement from you, I don't need to be in your organization. I'm sorry. I need to be doing some other stuff. Stop the cap. Oh, here we go. DC Public Schools told Fox News Digital in a statement that the original Facebook was not shared with students. Yeah, I bet. DC Public School provides joyful and rigorous academic experiences for our students and is committed to advancing educational equity, the district said. In December, a resource link with the content was shared in a parent's newsletter at one of our schools. It is not part of our DCPS curriculum, and that was not shared with the students, the district said, referring to Richard's Guide for Adults. Comments claiming the parents at Janney Elementary complained about the November 30th presentation in the Facebook for kids on the DC Urban Moms and Dads online forum. Anyone else kindergarten kid freaked out by anti-racism assembly today? My kid needed to sleep with a light on the door the door open. One person posted anonymously. Anyone know that specifically was talked about? My kid couldn't relay much except that he was scared. The district declined to answer the Fox News Digital inquiry about the Facebook for kids and whether the November 30th presentation for students ages 4 through 9 was mandatory. It was mandatory. But before I jump into my analysis on that one, let's give a shout out to some people in the chat room. Shout out to Devin. Devin's been rocking with me for a couple of months now. Thank you, Devin. Sonia, my girl, she's been working with me also as well for a couple of months. Thank you, Sonia, for your support. Y'all follow her also, Sonia Scrapbook on Instagram. She has a lot of beautiful takes on there. Talks about a lot of good, positive things, positive energy. I always gotta give a shout out to the people that support me the most, man. That's just how I get down. So let's jump into this, guys. Let's break this down. Okay, let's break this down some more. So this is why parents and other people are leaving these liberal cities, DC, Philadelphia, California, Oregon, Seattle, because they don't want their kids exposed to this. Who wants their 4-year-old to hear about racism and stuff for a whole freaking hour plus at an assembly? An assembly is supposed to be energetic, fun for kids. These liberals talk to these kids in the most creepiest manner. Now these kids are scared. They don't know what to think. They look at their multicultural colored friend and they got to hear this fist book in their head. Now they got to ask their friend, tell their friend, oh, I can't be around you because you're white and you're the enemy. Or, oh my God, I'm the enemy. I can't be around you. I don't understand your plight. I mean, man, what are we doing? Let kids be kids. I'm telling you, man, you know how you can solve all of this? Quit talking about it. That's all you got to do. Because ain't nothing to talk about. Everybody eating right now. Everybody eating. Crazy, man. You can't make it up, boy. This getting to be wild. All right, y'all. I was gonna talk about Elon Musk, but I don't think we're gonna get there around to that tonight. I'm about to wrap this up with one more parent story that I think is very, very vital here. This lady here kind of yeah, she threw me for a loop. Where she talked about how her child, basically, the teachers took on the role of making the decision for her child like they were her parent. Now, guys, I want y'all to think about this. You know, this is starting to become a very disturbing time that we live in when people start to do that. I'm being serious. Like, we got to check that, man. That is not good. Y'all give me 1 second here. Let me check my own stuff. Trying to make sure I got everybody that donated. I don't want to skip nobody. That's what I'm doing right now. I'm checking the donations. You know, that's the last thing I want to do is skip somebody. Hold on, y'all. All right. Shout out to Aquila. Thank you very much, man, for the donation. I appreciate you. For the $5 donation. I appreciate you, fam. Thank you very much. Yes, I do. I have kids. Devin, my oldest kid is 22. My youngest is 15. All right, let's go into this last one here. This last story. If I can get it to change. Y'all give me 1 second. Oh no. Before I get into that, I just got some breaking news coming across the desk. So allegedly, Roe versus Wade is supposed to be overturned. Allegedly. Now, I don't know how true it is, but usually with Fox, their sources are pretty strong. Supreme Court set to overturn Roe versus Wade. Leaked draft opinion shows report. Until an official opinion is signed, Roe versus Wade remains. The Supreme Court is posed to strike down Roe versus Wade, according to an unprecedented leak of a draft opinion written by Justice Samuel Alito. That's one of the Supreme Court justices. The draft
We're a
leak.
different kind of dentistry.
Oh,
One who
Lord.
believes in doing anything.
Okay. Nice, son. Okay, so until an official opinion is signed and released by the court, Roe versus Wade remains the law of the land. Drafts circulate and change, as do votes. Should Roe versus Wade be overturned, abortions would be left for the states to decide. Disclosing the draft opinion in Supreme Court case is an extremely rare occurrence. Harvard Law professor emeritus appeared on Fox News Hannity Monday evening to discuss the report, saying he could not think of a historical precedent. Court watchers are practically incandescent at this alleged leak, says Jonathan Turley. It's hard not to view this as a malicious act, a breach of the most fundamental obligations and traditions of the court, the greatest crisis Chief Justice Roberts has faced on the court. Okay, so this is what would happen if they overturn this, guys. I'm telling you now. Oh, did not see that. Thank you, Lisa, for the super chat for $19.99. Appreciate all you do. My man said, bring back conservatism. I'm with you as well. Look, guys, if they do this, it's going to be bad. I mean, if you leave it up to the states, we're talking about pure pandemonium. There's going to be a lot of these liberal states, rhinos. It's going to be a back and forth for the rest of the time. Because, see, the Roe versus Wade was set to where that the abortions basically had to be within the regulations of the state. So let me see here. Let me make sure I'm right. Give me 1 second. I want to make sure I said this right, because I don't want to be talking sounding crazy. So let me see something here. Make sure I was right. Okay. Roe versus Wade was a landmark decision of the U.S. Supreme Court in which the court ruled that the Constitution of the United States protects a pregnant woman's liberty to choose to have an abortion without excessive government restrictions. Now, if they overturn it, that means that the states can ban abortions at any moment. So that means a lot of your red states are going to ban it forever. Exactly. Now, Roe versus Wade just put it down where even if you pregnant and if you have the baby, it could kill you. You know, if you choose to save your life, then the child, can be aborted. But with this right here, that's basically saying they want you to sacrifice. It's gonna be interesting, man. It's gonna be interesting on that. All right, let's jump back into what I was gonna talk about. This last case on this situation here. So that's what we got going on with Roe versus Wade. We're gonna talk about this lady here. Okay, so this mom, I want to say she's got to be. This is in Florida. Now, if you don't know about Florida, Florida is the home of Governor Ron DeSantis. Okay, he rules Florida with an iron fist. He don't got time for the BS. And you know that Florida has been giving him a hard time, the leftists. But this woman right here, Florida mom, is filing suit after her child transitioned at school without her consent. And this is happening all over the U.S. January Littlejohn is suing her daughter's school after it held secret gender talks
My name
without
is
parental
Douglas. I'm a
knowledge or
writer,
consent.
director,
So we're
and
gonna
I'm still
play the
working.
clip,
And the
and
kind
then
of
we're
work
gonna
that
get
I
into it and talk about this.
do, you are surrounded by people who are all younger.
Y'all give me a minute. We gotta wait till this play out, and then I can put that back on. I don't want to get dinged for no ad, because I've been getting dinged lately with sounds and stuff, and I ain't trying to do that. Also, if you at the podcast, you made it this long, I hope you're enjoying this hour plus long podcast.
Issue. They are what's best for children. And she knows better than anyone after her transgender teen transitioned in school without her consent or knowledge. January Littlejohn is that Florida mom. She's also a mental health professional. And Bernadette Broyles is Littlejohn's attorney. They are both here to react. Good morning to you both. January, give us the backstory here. What happened to your daughter at school?
I want y'all to think about this. I want y'all to really think about this as a parent. Your child is supposed to be sacred, right? Your child is supposed to be led by you, not by a teacher, not by a cop. It's supposed to be led by you, the parent, because you created that child, whether you or you pushed it out, whatever you got going on as a parent. Imagine your child telling you that they want to be called something else or done something else. You don't know nothing about this, and they have been programmed and trained on how to be the opposite of what they are biologically are behind your back. You never knew, you never was told, and a teacher was doing this the whole time. A whole district was behind this. Wow. I don't know, man. I would probably lose it, man. I really would, because that's just so disrespectful. It really is. Because that's basically telling me that me being a parent, that I don't have the right to be informed about what my child is going on. Instead of you telling my child to talk to me, you telling my child not to talk to me. It's crazy.
Sure. Thank you for having us. My daughter, at the height of the pandemic, expressed confusion over her sex, and this was after 3 other friends in her peer group also had suddenly started identifying as transgender. Unfortunately, this is becoming a common occurrence among teen girls especially. And once school started, about 3 weeks into school, my daughter got into the car and said, "Mom, we had a meeting and they asked me which restroom I wanted to use." So after many weeks of going back and forth with the district, because initially when I asked what happened at the meeting, they told me they cannot tell me anything about the meeting because my daughter was now protected by a non-discrimination law. But eventually we did see the transgender support plan, which was a 6-page document that they completed with my daughter that was 13 at the time, behind closed doors, where they asked her questions that would have absolutely impacted her safety, such as which restroom she preferred to use and which sex she preferred to room with on overnight field trips.
These are things that parents absolutely.
Mic on.
Now, you're probably going to ask, Joel, why was that dangerous? Why is the mother saying that that is dangerous? Well, I'm going to tell you why. Because it's dangerous because we've already seen what has happened with these young teenagers, especially males transgendering, supposed to be a transgender woman, has done in the school system of what was it over there in Lawdown, Virginia. Remember that kid violated three teenage girls in, I think it was 2 different schools or 3 different schools. I gotta check the broadcast. We talked about it. This could easily happen to this young lady here. She could easily be in a male restroom. You could have one of these males that are super raised to be super homophobic, transphobic, like really transphobic, and could violate this child. Then what would you do then? Or this child could be in a situation to where she may want to go back to being feminine, but she can't because she's been forced to be opposite of that, and it could really destroy her confidence. It could cause her to mess around and delete herself. We've been seeing that now. It's been a huge rate of deletions in this type of situation here with this transgender epidemic. Shout out to Sonia Scrapbook. In another school, they try to convince siblings they are trans, boy, girl, that each was the other gender. Yeah, I know. Lawdown, Virginia. Yep, Lawdown. Cat Slave says they in Australia will probably be telling people that it's okay to be bitten by the inland taipan of the Sydney funnel web spider. They'll just say no and they can't kill you. Yep. I wouldn't be surprised. Anything now. That's just what this crazy. Let's continue.
Absolutely need to be a part of. Other things in this gender support plan that you were not privy to, but the teachers said that they were going to give your daughter the choice, her name, pronouns, restroom, what locker room she uses, what sports teams, boy or girl, she wants to be on. What was your reaction when you found out that this was going?
Mic on.
Now let's talk about girls in these sports teams with males. This girl has no business being on a sports team with these males. Listen, do you know how much force a young man has playing football if she gets tackled by a linebacker? You know, young man, 6'5", 6'6", a solid 230, 245 pounds. She's done for. Or God forbid, she tries to be a kicker and she gets ready to kick. Yeah, Anthony, I saw that. I definitely saw that, Anthony. What they're saying is, Anthony, that they're probably gonna go and make it where the states are gonna decide about the abortion. That's allegedly. I can't really confirm it until they sign the final decree. So this crazy. Like, this is absolutely nuts. Let's continue with this, man.
On behind your back?
Well, I was outraged, and frankly, all parents should be outraged. And what we have found, Carly, is that this is happening all over the nation. This same protocol is in place in many, many schools across districts everywhere. And even the guides being used to dictate these transgender support plans that cut parents out even have the same language. So this is a very systematic way that parents are being excluded from important decisions occurring with their children. And further, social transition is a medical intervention that schools are grossly unqualified to be taking these steps without parental involvement.
Well, you are suing the school for violating your parental rights. And Bernadette, this is where you come in. Tell us about this lawsuit and what you both hope to achieve here.
Well, we filed a lawsuit at the end of last year, and predictably, the school district filed a motion to dismiss, and we filed our opposition and are waiting on a ruling by the judge. But what's most important is that parents around the country are beginning to discover almost exactly the same kind of guidance in their own school districts. We've filed a lawsuit in Massachusetts. There are lawsuits in Wisconsin, Maryland, Oregon, California. This is a national agenda. And parents need to recognize they have the right to direct the upbringing, education, care, medical decisions, mental health decisions of their child, and they need to assert that rights with their school.
This is an incredibly eye-opening thing, what happened to you January. I wish we had more time to discuss it, but thank you so much for shedding some light on what happened to you and your family. We appreciate it.
Thank you for having us.
All right, thank you both.
Thank you.
Mic on.
Now, we did a report about that story with that lady. Okay. And it was very crazy how that happened with her child. So the backstory was, like she said, for years she did not know that the Florida school system, and I think this is not like near Miami, was doing nothing but grooming her child to be trans. And finally it started coming out when we went through the pandemic. That's when her daughter started slowly opening up to her about what's going on in these groups, what they were telling her, and things of that nature. Now, she said now her daughter has gotten back to her normal self. She is now, feminine, doing things like a young lady's supposed to do. But just think about the psychological damage that they did. I mean, just think about the psychological damage. I mean, that's a lot, man. It really is. So, shout out to her for suing them. I hope that she gets everything that they deserve. And I hope that they make an example out of this sickening uh freaking school district, because this right here is just too much. It really is. It really is, man. You right. They sure don't, Anthony. They don't get along, and they sure be going at each other's neck. Lord knows. They sure do. But anyway, I want to give a shout out to everybody that donated tonight. Get a shout out to Miss Lisa. Thank you, Miss Lisa, for the $19 donation. Shout out to my other boy for the dollar donation tonight as well. Jet didn't have to do that. Thank you, Jet. I appreciate it. Shout out to Anthony for the $4.99 on Super Chat donation. Thank you, bro. I will keep it going with the Blackistan Chronicles and the Glacier Valley Chronicles. So I will have that up tomorrow. Hopefully, if I find out what's going on with my current situation, I'm trying to get some things lined up for transportational purposes. You know how that is when you need extra transportation, because these children driving like crazy now, and I gotta have something. Me and the wife. Let's make sure we got those likes up. I'm finna check that up real quick. We should be. I should be up to 30. Should be 30 likes by now. If we ain't at 30 likes, we're messing up. We should be at 30 likes. And many people has been trickling in. Looking at this broadcast tonight, we should definitely be at 30 likes. So let's try to get there. Let's try to share it. Okay, let's try to get to 30 likes, because right now we at 21. Also, too, please share this as you can. This should be a very, very, very easy thing to share. I definitely hit a lot of important notes that we needed to hit upon. But anyway, with that being said, I want to tell everybody thank you for coming out. We'll be on and try to upload a video about 11 o'clock tomorrow morning for you guys about some of the most craziest stories that I didn't get a chance to get into. Please check out my American Hip Hop and Entertainment channel, where we'll be talking about people getting canceled, about musicians doing crazy stuff, rappers, and things of that nature as well. Please like, share, subscribe. I love you guys. Take care of yourself and each other. Good night. Peace.